At the end of the 19th century, members of a secret and elite club set out to search the universe for alien species. In a spirit of collegial rivalry, they secretly competed to amass the most comprehensive collections of extraterrestrial life in their private zoo. Welcome to the world of alien zoology. Alien Zoology is a free 28mm tabletop game that lets you discover, hunt, and breed alien creatures. You take on the role of an eccentric zoologist who roams various planets with his crew, looking for new exhibits for his zoo and encountering exotic creatures from extraterrestrial worlds. The game is designed to be affordable, and its easy rules can also be played by kids. It has a strong focus on creativity and toy bashing by constantly motivating players to build and collect new alien creatures. In this video series, we'll introduce you to the game. In this first episode, we'll take a look at the materials needed to play the game and how discovering and crafting the alien creatures works. In the next episode, we'll take a look at how the creatures can be hunted in the game itself, as well as how they can be bred and domesticated. To play Alien Zoology, you first need an expedition team consisting of 5 miniatures. Different classes are available. The zoologist, who is the leader, the big game hunter, the ranger, the scientist, and the assistant. Later in the game, you can also add captured creatures to your expedition team. You can select each class to feature in your team twice, except the zoologist. But the maximum number of members in the expedition team is always 5. For example, your team could consist of a zoologist, 2 big game hunters, a ranger, and a scientist. You will also need a miniature for the alien creature you want to hunt. More on how this can be discovered and created later. You will need a few markers too. 3 of each type. The creature's feces and eggs, as well as food and traps that can be laid by the expedition team members to attract and weaken the creature. The markers are easy to make from modelling clay. To bring the alien worlds to life, you also need a square gaming board. For solo hunts, we suggest a gaming board size of 75 centimetres by 75 centimetres, or 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. The choice of terrain depends on the habitat in which you want to hunt. In the basic rules, there is one habitat to discover, the Savannah Plains. In the Savannah Plains, there are mountains, forests or high grasslands, and oases. Each terrain type should appear at least once on the gaming board. There will be more habitats to discover in future expansions. For example, underwater, jungle, volcanic landscapes, or Arctic worlds. In these, completely different types of alien creatures will then be discovered. To round off the required game materials, you will also need a few 10-sided dice, also called D10s, a few red dice, a measuring tape in inches, and a scatter die. You need to print out the required action cards from the rulebook and, if you want to, stick them onto card to make them a bit more sturdy. A printed out creature sheet is also practical. In the video description you will find a link where you can download the free rules and all printable cards and sheets. Once you have all these things together, you can set off on your adventure. Now, let's take a look at how you can actually discover alien creatures. When you discover a new alien creature, it will always consist of 4 genes and 5 action cards. Genes describe the physical appearance of the creature, while action cards describe how the creature behaves. You discover a creature by rolling the dice 4 times on the gene table and 5 times on the action card table. Once you have your combination of genes and action cards, you can start crafting your creature. It's particularly fun to use cheap toy animals and dinosaurs for toy bashing. Use a handsaw to carefully cut pieces off the toys and then glue them together in wild combinations to build your alien creature. Once the glue has dried, you can hide the joints with modelling putty before priming the creature with a spray can and then painting it with acrylic paints. Of course, you can also build your creature first, straight from your imagination, and then assign the genes and action cards to it later. Let's now look at a few examples of discovered alien creatures. The Tuscalorian snail walker slowly and leisurely combs huge distances in the savannah. When it sleeps, it curls up in its shell. With its snout, it can not only nibble fruit from trees or dig for insects in the ground, but also hurl sand towards its target in case of danger. Its genes are hard scales, extraterrestrial optics, wanderer, and invertebrates. Its action cards are swirl up sand, stone throw, digging tunnels, antler attack, and life force theft. Another specimen in the savannah is the pink long-necked nasosaur. It is very family-orientated and calm, unless its young are attacked. With its long neck, it can see far into the distance and therefore take flight from predators in good time. Its genes are parent animal, beautiful, steadfast, and long neck. Its action cards are eating grass, a baby hatches, stone throw, spit, restless leg syndrome, and parental instincts, which is automatically added by the parent animal gene. Its action card, a baby hatches, also requires a baby creature. Now, we're curious to see what alien creatures you discover. Feel free to share your discoveries on social media using the hashtag #AlienZoology. You can also check out the Alien Zoology Discord or the Facebook group. All relevant links, including the download link for the rules, can be found in the video description. In the next episode, we will show you how the hunt works. Until then, happy discovering!